Okay, we shall declare the meeting open, and we will begin the meeting with a hearing, public hearing on the conditional rezoning request from IGP Real Estate to rezone a parcel that fronts on 8th Street and from R2 to BG. Okay.
I'll give you a little history on the matter. In 2015, and I did find a letter that I had sent to Mr. Donito, who's with IGP LLC. In 2015, prior to purchasing the property, Mr. Donito asked me what the zoning was as a part of his due diligence prior to purchasing. Our 1992 zoning maps, which were in place at the time, showed the property is zoned business general. And if you don't know, it's the wooded lot that's directly behind the professional center. It doesn't, but it doesn't have any residential or any structures on it. It's just a wooded lot, I don't know, pine trees on it. Acreage is, I think there's 5 lots, so that's 125 across, and typically those are 140 feet deep. In that West Blackstone subdivision plat. In 2015.
I was once a co-owner of that property.
Were you really? Okay. I think Larry bought it at one time, Larry Palmer.
From Steve Spence and I.
Okay, well, there you go. When they were living there. Well, in 1992, the town zoned that particular property and all the residences on 8th Street all the way back to Lunenburg. In 1992, those were all zoned business general. The entire block with Clay's, the Heritage Hall, the whole block was zoned business general. So when the request came in 2015 prior to purchase, they asked, what's the zoning? I told them, oh, it's BG. Oh, yeah. We revised our zoning map this year, and in 2007, Jennifer found the minutes, the town rezoned those 3 or 4 residences and this lot back to R2.
That's because it went with
I think Larry
the
owned it.
resident. Larry owned it, yeah.
At the same time. I think that's the reason it was included.
Right.
It does have 3 of 5 neighbors, I guess. It's got the professional center. To the rear, it's got the former medical center. Across the street, there's a church. It's not a commercial. And then, you know, where Ben lives, next to that. And then there's a home owned by where
Doc,
Larry
isn't
used
it?
to live.
Isn't it Doc's
Right.
house? McGee?
Seminolina Lamar
What?
in San Pedro, California.
Well, this is intended to be parking in a driveway to serve what?
Well, the purpose of the request originally was, we wanted to make it a parking lot in the event we ever did any additional commercial development at the medical center. That's what, Lewis also owns the medical
Right.
center, if you know. There was some talk at one time about hotels, maybe.
I thought there was an intervening lot. No?
But between the two. They but.
Clay's owned a lot.
It's all owned by Lewis.
Yeah, that
Okay, he
lot-
must have purchased that because Clay's did have a lot that went onto Main Street. Because I investigated
may have been
purchasing.
acquired, but
And I
Yeah,
think
we
Lewis bought
investigated
that.
purchasing it at one time, and the owners at the time didn't want to sell it because they wanted their access to Main Street. Okay,
And Main
gotcha.
Street can be used. Lewis's request to me 3 years ago, if I remember correctly, he wanted to know if he could use that as an access
Right.
point to a commercial development. The answer is yeah. I mean, irregardless of the zoning, yeah, you can build a driveway. But he also said if I ever used the property for anything, it would only be for a parking lot. And so we're rekindling that discussion tonight to codify or formalize business general zoning with conditions that it be used for a parking lot and access for any commercial activity that would take place at the
So-
medical center only.
What's the time frame of it? It was zoned BG at one,
In 1992,
okay, from 82 to about 2007,
7,
it was
business general.
already BG.
In 07,
Okay,
it was changed,
okay.
residential. This lot, I understand the houses, obviously, but this lot was included, I think, because perhaps Larry owned it and wanted to do that.
And your application indicated that you would put up some sort of screen between the parking lot,
Larry's old house and our property.
and what would that screen be?
Our code already dictates a 6-foot
Okay,
Barrier.
evergreen fence or
Evergreen.
board fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
And this will be and again, you have a proffer statement towards the back of the application. I'll get my glasses so I can. Yeah, statement of property, installed driveway with parking from 8th to location of 920 South Main. Install 6-foot shrubbery on the left side of property for screen for the neighbor's property at 110 8th Street. Lighting will be diverted away from the neighbor's property, and there'll be a parking lot on both sides of the driveway. The entrance off 8th Street will be an additional ingress and egress.
Neighbors have been notified?
Notify the neighbor.
No, none of the neighbors have any
I haven't had a call.
heart?
I talked to Ben Green, he's obviously keenly interested in such things, and I have occasion to talk to him, so he knew what the application was, and what we're proposing to do with the conditions of the proffer does.
All right.
I did talk to Ben. There'll be a second public hearing at Town Council, 19th of November, I think is that right?
Well,
19th of November, we'll have another public hearing for Town Council.
any questions? I gotta tell you, considering that it was zoned BG for many years, and that none of the adjoining landowners or anybody on 8th Street seems to have any problems with it, I'm fine.
And it would be limited to a parking lot and a driveway now,
With the, subject to the proffers, yes.
and then the proffers,
Okay.
could only be
Yeah.
changed with
Coming back here.
recommendation from you guys and by Town
Okay.
Council.
I don't see.
Well,
I
I'll
apologize
enter,
for putting you all in this situation, but indeed, the map we updated it this year, thank goodness, in 2018, April of 18, we got the new maps up, and that was one of the ones that
I'll
has been
entertain a
noticed since then.
motion if anybody's so inclined.
I so move.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. You know, there was once a dead person found
I know.
on that lot.
So,
I know.
I guess he was going to the medical center or whatever.
No, he was in an
was just
accident and he
hiding.
ran up there.
Just
He
hide.
should have gone
Yeah.
to the medical center.
He should have, yeah, he should have stopped.
Thank you.
Thank you. He should have made a little stop before.
The guy who discussed, it was a Hampton City fellow I know, and I ran into him at homecoming. He brings it up every time.
He found him?
Yeah.
Or the-
Actually,
Taylor and-
he detected him, but I was away on vacation, so he told my secretary, and she called Ben Spence, who worked on our yards. Ben
Yeah, when Ben was
was
young.
the one who found.
Was he, right? Thanks. And Larry
Kinda
was
young.
right there and everything.
Yeah.
Ah.
Taylor and Ann
If there was any
walked it and
kid,
smelled it and said, there's something wrong
Yeah.
here.
if there was any kid who could have handled that, it was Ben Spence.
Ben, he's your guy.
Yeah.
Thank you all for that. The
Okay.
second item tonight is a housekeeping matter, but I wanted to bring to your attention that the subdivision ordinance of the town does require planning commission and council review for the approval of final subdivision plat. This is a subdivision plat that's included in your packet for 7 individual lots. This is the first time I had done something like this, because typically in the R2 districts, you're supposed to have 80 foot of frontage, and you're supposed to have what a typical subdivision lot would have, okay? This one's a little different, because you can see they're actually dividing the parcels based on adjoining building, the structure, the common wall, okay? This was a little different, and in our zoning ordinance, I asked Tessie to review this section to determine whether or not she was satisfied that we could make those lots that small. And Tessie's legal opinion is also included, and it is in my opinion, the regulations on townhomes are applicable to the situation instead of just regular setbacks, because the R2 specifically referenced special code on townhomes. No specific regulation states the townhome ordinance controls on all, but it seems that's what it's intended. On the lot size, it says the minimum lot, not building, lot. The minimum lot, and this is in the townhouse section. The minimum lot size in any area should be in accord with applicable zoning and controls where the subdivision or development is located. It says, indicate that townhouse minimum lot width, not building width, but lot width, is 18 feet wall to wall. So she based her opinion on, it doesn't say the unit, the building, the structure has to be 18 feet wide. It says the lot is 18 feet wide. A little different than what we've seen in the past. and probably could use some refining at some point. But Tessie was comfortable enough that this subdivision plat, which is fine otherwise, would meet the minimum standard. And it would be a 7-unit development, which you see here. And so you guys know it was originally a 6-unit development, and BZA turned down a side yard setback, so he narrowed down the structures significantly and added a 7th. So it'll be 7 units rather than 6, but they're a little smaller than what they were originally proposed.
This was Elizabeth Blanks' house, as I
The
recall.
White House?
Yeah,
They burned
they burned it down.
They burned it down, and he's ready to start doing stuff.
Went there many times also.
And this is also encompasses the property that, Frank,
Corley, Mr. Corley?
no, he's on the other side. The gentleman that
Yeah.
passed away, had the tree, hit the house.
Frank,
Mitchell's mother-in-law.
Wilkins.
Wilkins. It also includes that property as well.
Okay.
And
Is there any action we need to take?
actually, yeah, you guys have to
Okay.
recommend approval or non-approval to the town council, and they would also have to do it. I didn't know that. First real subdivision we've done, that we've recorded, we've done lot line adjustments and some other things. This is the first time we've divided up lots, and it's supposed to be approved.
So they're allowed in this district, and
The use is fine. The only question that I had for Tessie was
Yeah.
the width of the lots.
that
Abnormally
meets
narrow.
that, so.
But because in a townhouse development, there's an accommodation, so I can buy my townhouse. I can buy this townhouse.
So that's,
I mean, do we happen to have any legal basis for not approving this? Or, I can't think of any.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah,
I mean,
okay,
Tessie's,
okay.
I was a little uncertain of it. I said, I think you need to look at this with another set of eyes.
Yeah,
And she looked at it, and where it said townhouse lot, that was the kicker for her. And she said townhouse rules govern, because the ordinance specifically refers you back. But townhouses are permissible in that district, with some height restrictions and
right,
all that.
and we went through
and the lot
that.
size meets the requirements, so.
Do you have a recommendation, ladies and gentlemen?
Do we have to make a motion on that? Okay.
So moved.
Second? All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
All right, Barbara. Thank you for the-
And approve the minutes and then. we're done,
Okay.
Please.
Man, I was expecting more.
I know, I changed clothes.
Okay.
And we've all agreed now that once we approve everything on the agenda, the video goes off.
That's correct. It's absolutely gonna happen.
So
had
if
that
we
dis-
approve the minutes, then we can.
Yes, okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the July 2nd meeting of this year?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as they were presented.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Two
Then-
items quickly,
Oh,
and I promise I won't keep you. We're gonna have another rezoning application for a piece of property on the south end of town. I expected it today, it didn't show up, but the gentleman did call me and said it's forthcoming. It'll be a multifamily proposed development, not a hotel, but a multifamily with a series of single-family homes as well. And it'll be on about 66 acres located at the south end of town.
That parcel,
Huh?
or cells.
No, it is not our sales property. It's a property that's immediately behind Walmart.
All
It's
right.
on 46.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there is a ratified contract, but I don't have the zone. There's a zoning contingency, obviously, and I just received today the number of units, and so we got to do some calculations on sewer. The purpose of the discussion is sewer is paramount in these discussions, and I think one of the things we're going to ultimately have to do is sit down and really pinpoint how much allocation we can give to everybody.
Wow.
Um,
Things are very much heating up around here.
We've got
Yeah.
stuff happening,
Yeah.
yeah. You get a little apartment complex over there on Dillard Street, of all places, 12 units over there, and Frankie Williamson's been approved for 75 over on
Wow.
Lester Street. And so Dave McCormick's already approved for 34 units on Second Street next to the lofts. And I expect that to maybe kick off late this year or early next year.
Good gracious.
Wow.
All that's good news, we just gotta make sure we can provide the sewer to everybody. That's gonna be the kicker. We have, so we've got 2 million gallon a day plant. Of that plant, 1.5 million gallons reserved by the Army. We
Yeah.
get 500,000. and we're already over 425. With Fast C, we're about 455. With Nottaway Commons, that would put us over 500. How are we resolving these matters?
Yeah,
In a two-prong approach. The first of which is, in order for us to serve Nottaway Commons, town council rightfully told the county board of supervisors, we need you to assist us with an upgrade. That upgrade that Mac Bug has designed would get us about 200,000 gallons of additional capacity a day for the town. It will cost about $180,000. Courier Record reported recently that the Tobacco Commission had granted Nottaway County a $180,000 grant, which they in turn will provide to the town for that upgrade. Now, when you
and
look
how
at,
much is that gonna upgrade us a day?
it'd be 200,000 gallons, 10%. So it would go from a 2.0 to a 2.2 million gallon a day plant. There's still some machinations that have to happen, permitting and all those kind of
And we
things.
get all 200,000,
We
right?
get all 200.
So that's another 40%,
Well, if you look at
40%
what Nottaway
increase.
Commons,
So
they're
that's pretty
talking about
good.
50,000 gallons a
Yeah.
day. So it's
Wow.
still some additional capacities to be used. The second approach, is we've asked the National Guard to release a portion of their
There's-
$1.5 million. Verbally, everybody's told me, oh yeah, no problem. I don't have any legal tender, nothing in writing yet.
Yeah, until
It may
the,
be time, as we continue to approve these things, guys, we really need an answer on this thing. Because council's offered to waive the tap fees at Fort Pickett. In exchange, we would get that capacity. They hate paying tap fees, I can tell you, they despise having to go through all this.
Yeah.
So sewage is, we have a plan, and Nottaway Commons has responded to our request, stating that they've got to upsize certain lines and get to the pump station, do certain things. And indeed, Nottaway Commons has agreed to do that, which
What
was
is
recommended by
Nottaway
MacBug.
Commons? To be stupid.
But we've got some line work that we've got to replace as well now.
What is Nottaway Commons? I hate to be
out by the
stupid.
bowling alley.
Okay,
Sorry.
They
That's
put
okay,
up,
I'm
they
sorry.
put up signs and fences
Yeah.
and they're,
so that's hotel or is that
Proposed to
townhouses?
be a 400-unit hotel.
Okay,
Retail, restaurants, commercial.
Gotcha.
Medical service.
Medical, patient first kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's supposed to have some townhouse style development.
Mm-hmm.
And that way it wasn't an appreciable amount, I don't know the exact numbers, and then some office space in there as well. How he will tier that, how that will happen, I don't know, but a
Nottaway
hotel
Commons.
is of paramount importance right
Uh-huh.
now. So we've got plenty to think about, and spending money and fixing pipes and doing stuff. We just gotta get, I haven't heard back from Rick Byers recently.
you
on
haven't?
Austin Woods development.
Right,
The property has not transacted, they've not closed on it, so we're still
okay.
talking.
oh,
The council had approved that application and the rezoning there, but he's the same guy that's doing the townhouse.
Right, yeah. But it sounds like he's moving forward with those faster?
He's been after me a little bit about it.
Okay.
Because I had to put him off some about the Tessie response. Once I got that, I said, well, we'll call planning commission as quick as we can. We hit this other matter that we can tie on. But I think within the next week or so, we'll be requesting another planning commission meeting for a multifamily development primarily.
You're gonna really need to up our salaries.
What do we pay you, by the way? So, yeah,
I'm surprised you
Zero
forgot.
to zero.
Yeah.
You said there were people.
the first item was that we were looking for a planning commission meeting, and the second one was a sewer matter.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm done.
then we shall adjourn.
At 6:21.
Yay, good job.
No more recording.
You almost did.